Well, hey everybody! I hope you are enjoying your Thursday, and I hope some of you guys, well, hopefully all of you, in some way, in some form or fashion, will be spending some time with your small groups tonight. If not, I hope you're in contact with them to let them know when you'll be meeting. I just wanted to take a few minutes to kind of share some things that we learned at middle school camp at Hume that I think can help you guys be better prepared. Kind of some cheat codes, if you will, and cheat codes can be a good thing, right? So I'm going to run through these. No more small talk. And if you have questions, please keep them coming. But I want you guys to feel super prepared and ready to just kind of knock it out of the park. A little over a week now away. So first, I'm going to be looking at my iPad because I just jotted down some points. But the first is Hume is not diverge. Okay. We're having a lot of fun with it, calling it things like Humerge and just calling it diverge. But Hume is not diverge at a different location. It's not wrong. It's just different, right? And I'll mention some of these key differences below. But let me say this: our middle schoolers loved camp. And I know that our high schoolers are just going to love it. However, and you can ask some of our leaders if you haven't already, for some of us, those first couple days, first few days, and some of the differences between Diverge and Hume initially took us by surprise and took some time to really get used to. So just know that Hume is not like a synonym for Diverge. There's going to be some differences. You'll notice those. You'll pick up on those right away. Some of them are going to be great. And you're going to be like, oh my goodness, this is so much better. And some might make you scratch your head for a moment. So, and again, I'll get to some of those. Let me say this, kind of funny, not so funny at the same time. The hills abound at Diverge. They are relentless. So if you're looking to tone those legs, Hume is the place for you because it is out of this world beautiful, but it's also pretty hilly. And whether you're just walking to the dining hall or to the chapel or to free time, there's hills everywhere. And so what does that mean for you? Flip-flops and sandals are not going to be your friends at camp. So you might want to have those to wear around in your cabin, in the shower, but you will not want to wear those around camp, okay? Bring some comfy shoes so you can tackle those hills like a pro. I would say the biggest difference in regards to Hume versus Diverge is how our groups will be done. Whether it's here on a Thursday night in the past or also at camp, we're always used to going from large group directly into small group, and this was not the case at Hume, which initially was kind of a curveball for me personally. And it was especially difficult at night going from, probably the most impactful experience or large group experience of the day back to like an evening activity and then expecting us to have like a small group or a cabin devotional around 10:30. I am not a night owl. Some of you guys know that, but I'm not a night owl. My brain typically just kind of shuts off around 9 p.m. So to expect us to have a devotional at 10:30 was pretty difficult for a lot of us, at least in the guys' cabins. It was. But this makes sense. This makes so much sense for students because if you think about it, I mean, they're typically at their best, kind of hitting their stride for the day about that time, right? Just a suggestion, and I'll share some more things about this. But one of the things that worked really well for us is to have just a box of snacks. If this is a problem for you financially, let me know. We can hook you up with a gift card, or and you can run and grab some stuff, or maybe I can just grab some stuff for you. But if you want to go to the dollar store, Dollar General, or whatever, and buy some super cheap like chips and cookies and stuff, and pull those out at night around 10:30 for devotionals, I think it is a great idea. Again, it works super well for middle school boys. I'm not sure about high school girls, high school guys. You might not want to be a part of that, taking in all that sugar at night, but it worked really well for them. And I'll say this also in regards to small groups not being so much structured, especially during the day. Our primary responsibility is going to be to invest in students and engage them in small group discussion during the day and throughout camp. And so, for example, some of my best time with our middle school boys was actually in transition to something else, whether that be to a meal time or to something, a free time or to an activity, but just kind of coming alongside of them and saying, hey, what are you thinking so far? What are your thoughts of what the camp speaker is saying? What about the band? I noticed you've been really engaged, or maybe you haven't been very engaged. What's going on, and really engaging them in some conversation during that time. Again, it's different. I don't think this minimizes small group time. I think it just puts some added pressure on us as leaders to be crazy intentional. And as I was kind of processing it throughout the week, I'm like, you know what? This is really how Jesus engaged people, right? I mean, there were times when he would sit down with them, and do have some kind of crazy, awesome discussion. But oftentimes, they were in transition, and he was using experiences as teaching times. And so, hey, you guys can do this. This does not make Hume a bad camp. They are going to knock this out of the park. We just have to be prepared to kind of come alongside them and do camp as they've kind of scheduled. So, and speaking of schedule, let me say this: the schedule is different almost every day, which again makes it difficult to kind of put it on a lanyard and keep the schedule with us on a daily basis. But it does keep everyone on their toes. And I also wanted to say this: it makes the week go super fast, which again puts some added pressure on just being super intentional with time. Okay, so keep that in mind. The schedule's different almost every day. You'll get a copy of the schedule when we get there. The week goes super fast. I mean, I'm serious. We got to Friday and Saturday. I'm like, oh my goodness, it seems like Tuesday. So, and then last, there's almost zero cell service. So we kind of learned that the hard way. But we want you guys to be aware of that. No matter who your provider is, there's going to be almost zero cell service. Every now and then, you might get some texts that kind of slip in or a corner somewhere. But just know that there's almost next to nothing in regards to cell service. So please keep that in mind. Hey, let me know what questions you guys have. I thought this might be better than a super long email. So hopefully you can watch this on the go. Or you can sit down and watch this, maybe take some notes, but message me or comment below any questions that you may have. All right? Praying for you guys as we get ready for camp. Just a reminder, we'll depart on Monday, July the 23rd at around 11. Leaders try to be here by 9:30. We'll do a quick huddle, and then we'll help check and get started. All right? Thanks, guys, for spending these 8 minutes with me, and let me know what you got. Have a great day.